Hey guys, Resurfing here. As you know, Pokemon Sun and Moon came out today. I did get to go to a midnight release event at my local GameStop. Uh, Picked up Sun for myself, Moon for my sister, and the Z-Ring. Now, I've played 5 hours and I just beat Hollow, just now. Um, you don't even start your first trial till 2 hours in. Actually, a bit after that, because there's more to do before then, even. Uh, They are very much focusing on story, and I love it. Uh, I'm just giving my impressions, by the way. This is not a review. Um, I might give a full review once I've actually beaten the game. We'll see. Uh, but it's definitely interesting. With the new style graphics, I feel like cutscenes might need voice acting soon. Uh, it's just kind of weird. It's like it feels like there should be voice acting to it. Um, my character is a girl named Draka. Uh, I was a girl for two reasons. One, I felt like being a girl, and two, uh, you'll get a lot more customization options as a girl. Um, you unlock the customization at about 2 hours in, by the way. The hair, the makeup, the clothes, everything. Um, Sorry, it's hard to put my thoughts together. Uh, so far, I love every character I've met. They all have a personality. Even the generic NPCs have their own little personalities. It is interesting. And you do get little side quests, like showing certain Pokemon to certain people. Um, I haven't gone back to her yet, but at 1% there's a lady who wants to see a cutie fly. I caught a cutie fly, so I need to go back and show her my Pokedex, and I'll get something from her for that. It's a nice little side quest bonus. Um, I have caught a few Alolan forms. Well, two Alolan forms so far. I have Alolan Meowth and Alolan Rattata. Uh, Despite what some people may think, Rattata is not exclusive to Moon, and Yungoos is not exclusive to Sun. They're just day-night exclusive. The Totem versions are exclusive, but the Totems are uncatchable. There's no possible way to catch them. Uh, in fact, during the trial, they deliberately take away your ability to catch Pokemon. Because the trial is to beat the Pokemon, not to capture them. For the first trial. Uh, I have not gotten to any other trials yet. I've only been the first grand trial. Grand trial is when you beat the Kahuna. Uh, Something I did find out too, by the way, um, the Z Ring reacts to any Z move being used, whether it's your own Pokemon or your foe's Pokemon. Uh, I got quite a bit of feedback from a Crab Brawler. And this may have just been a random glitch and coincidence, but it's happened a couple of times. So I'm not entirely sure. Um, every so often, this will light up in every Keller uh, for the 18 types. When that's happened, every single time, it's either been when I'm in battle and Z move is available, or B, there's been an item nearby on the ground. So it might actually be an item detector. Now, I have the Green Gem in because I took Rowlet as my starter. Rowlet seems to be the fast evolution this gen. I was faster than Popplio. Um, I love Hal, by the way. Hal is such a fun character. It's also kind of interesting. People are saying about how they want to go back to the prideful rival character. The interesting thing is that you can make your character be that rival to Hal with the dialogue options. So far, my impressions, this is a great game. Uh, People who are worried about Ash staying in school the entire series, don't worry about it. You'll understand when you play the game. Uh, Funny thing is, I only have the normal and fighting Z crystals so far because you don't get these ones until you're on Akala Island. One neat thing I noticed is that I've actually been using Growl now that I have the Normalium Z crystal because Growl Z raises your defense as well as lowering the enemy's. I think attack is what Growl does. I always get it mixed up. But I think it raises your defense and lowers the enemy's attack, as Growl usually does. So you get a nice buff from it. I found it's very useful as its battle star. I think it saved me from Hala. There's a wide variety of Pokemon on the first island. There's not a whole lot of new Pokemon I've seen so far, outside of the Alolan forms. And even then, I haven't seen much of them in the wild. I've seen Alolan Grimer in one trainer battle, but I haven't really explored around too much. The Rotom Pokedex is amazing, by the way. I love the little guy. Just such a great personality. Interestingly, I have not seen any Ultra Beast yet. So it looks like that might not happen the first time you're on an island. So that may be kind of like a second adventure type thing. Especially since Hala did mention that Tapu Koko might want to fight when I come back. Another thing to mention is the Ash Greninja from the demo will not listen to you until you beat the second Grand Trial. That should be the one on Akala Island. Beating Hala allows any Pokemon, traded or otherwise, to obey you up to level 35. Ash Greninja is exactly one level higher. So that's definitely a thing. And a good way to actually limit having a very strong Pokemon right away. Another thing I want to mention is Pokemon Refresh when it's needed, like to heal or if your Pokemon gets dirty from battle. As soon as the battle ends, you'll get an icon to go right into it. In fact, it prioritizes Fresh before everything else. You'll do Fresh, then the Pokedex. Basically, you'll get the stats and stuff, refresh, Pokedex. You can also, and this is a feature I love, and it's been needed for a long time, especially since almost every other monster capturing game does it. When you catch a new Pokemon and you have a full party of 6, you can choose one to send to your PC. This has been badly needed for a while. There's actually been a lot of slice of life improvements, but that's the one that I can actually remember off the top of my head right now. You do have to beat the first Grand Trial to unlock the Poke Ride. and that will give you Tauros. There is a nice little series of events to show you why Tauros would actually let you ride it. Ride him, I should say. And I started like basically when I got home from the midnight event, I started it just to start up. So the tutorial section is entirely during the day. So that actually allows you to get some. So if you're playing Moon, I actually recommend playing during the day. That way you can get a Yungoos right away. And as soon as you're done the tutorial, you can get your Rattata. And for Sun, play at night. Same deal. Just for the tutorial. Now I'm going to show off some of the bonuses that I got for pre-ordering. Lanyard for the Pokemon Go team, I am Instinct. Rubber bracelet for it, again, Instinct. Of course they got caught on each other. Give me a minute on this one. There we go. A pin for each game featuring the mascot legendary. Whoops, wrong hand. So you have Lunala and Solgaleo. I keep forgetting I don't actually have this mirrored. I wasn't sure how they were going to be doing Lily, whether she was going to be an Ultra Beast, and I think I'm pretty sure I was wrong on that, just based off of what I've seen so far. Some other theories I had are correct, I'm 99% sure of now. Namely, people with certain hair colors and eye colors being related. She's just a very interesting character. There is a reason she doesn't like battles, and you can completely understand it. Kukui is wonderful. I think he might be my favorite professor so far. And it's hard to beat the past few. Alright, one more bonus is a double-sided poster. And this time it's actually a nice board poster instead of the floppy little paper things we usually got. So we have the Pokeride side. And we have the map of Alola, which I'm hoping I do not have it. There we go. Now I should have the whole thing on screen. So, pretty cool. And hopefully you can hear me, because my computer I can hear is acting up again for whatever reason. So that's all of the bonuses from the pre-order. Unfortunately, the Z Crystal packs are not out yet. Not that it would be possible to get them right now anyway, not after how much 2 games and the bracelet cost. They are available in some GameStops, just not mine. So I do have one disappointment with this. It's just slightly too small for an adult wrist. You can force it on, which is what I've been doing, but it's tricky. And by the way, including the top, there's spaces for 7 crystals. Oops, wrong side. So this band here can actually stretch wide enough to fit an adult wrist. Unfortunately, the hard part, not so much. Again, it's possible to get on. You won't be able to close it, but you can get it on. And it does work very well with the game. And I'll probably show that off later. For now, let me try getting this on again. This is mostly a case of where the sensor has to be for it to work out. See, the sensor is actually where the Megastone will be in game. And this is the correct way. You want this part pointed towards your hand. It says it recommends left wrist for best use. I'm assuming if you're using the stylus and you're left-handed, put it on your right hand for best use. I think it's mostly a case of left hand, so you're not banging your DS around. Huh, I actually got this shut. That's a first. Alright, so there it is. And you can tell it's straining. Now there's a few different modes to this. First is display mode. Not too much to show there. It's just show it off in the box thing with a little hole so you can see it. Right, I forgot to show something that goes on. The Z-Ring bracelet does come with a little Pikachu figure, and it works with Pikachu because Pikachu can learn at least one of each of the 3 primary types. I can't remember what all they are, but I do know that Pikachu, at least Pikachu's line, can learn them. So I'm going to switch this onto roleplay mode. Roleplay mode, you put the switch towards the point. And you may have seen the little blue light up there. And then there's a button on the other side that you press to activate. And I'm going to try that again where it's actually on screen. So because I'm using a computer webcam, you're not going to be able to see it too well. It does light up with the grass symbol because I have the grass one in. When you're using it with the game, the symbol will only light up if you're actually using that crystal, but it will still glow the color of that type. So it's just a white light for normal. And this thing does give really good feedback. You will feel the move. And the longer the move, the longer the feedback. That's why I mentioned earlier that I really felt Crabrawler. And there are different Z moves for different types of abilities, like the physical, special, and status. Or at least for a status and the normal attacks. I don't know about the physical special. Because again, there is a known physical attack for normal, which I don't have using Growl on my, well, he's a Dartrix now. Instead, I get the nice little buff. So, I'm actually going to turn my game on and set this into game mode in a bit. so that I can show off how it works. Plus, I want to test out the fighting Z move, which I actually currently have on my pick-a-pack. By the way, there must have been like 15 to 20 of us at the mall last night for the midnight release, and there's people in there now. I was just over there. I was going to chat with someone while I was there, but if they're so busy, I'll chat with them the next time I see them. Oh, and after choosing your language, it does load straight into the game. So instead of having like an opening sequence like we usually do, it goes straight into the game, and your opening sequence is basically just here on the title screen. And now you see the thing opened again because of my wrist. It does show which Z-rings you have on your trainer card, so they are, not Z-rings, the crystal you have on your trainer card, so they are representing them as badges, basically. Alright, so switch my pick-a-pack to be first. My next step is actually to head to Akkala. Okay, let's see, where's the grass? Alright, there we go, Route 1 grass. And I love the background noises here. It really makes you feel like you're part of the environment. One thing I will say, on a normal 3DS, totem battles may run a bit slow. This is mostly due to the aura around the totem Pokemon, but it's not too bad. It's not a deal breaker. It's really no worse than Super Smash Brothers. Alright, so, got my pick-a-pick out. There's Caterpie there. I have the big Z power icon. And I have Rock Smash, which obviously is not going to be very effective against Caterpie, but that does not matter for what I'm trying to show. So Z Power, All Out Pummeling is the fighting type. Let's see, Power's 100 because I think that's the power of Rock Smash. Let me check. Okay, no. So it should have 100% accuracy because Rock Smash has 100% accuracy. It's a 60 power difference up from Rock Smash, so I'm assuming that if I had a 100 power ability, then it would be 160. So just, yeah. Alright, so I forgot to switch this on to game mode. There we go. So All Out Pummeling. So you can see there's kind of a brown glow. I know it's hard to see with my camera. But you can see how much it's reacting. This is one of the longer running Z moves, so it's really affecting. And again, this is great because you're getting the feedback, and it is supposed to be using your power as well as Pokemon's. The unity between human and Pokemon that creates the Z power. Another new feature that I like, and this is one of the slice of life ones I was mentioning, now when your Pokemon evolves, it will show you its Dex entry. This is something I've wanted for a while now, because I like looking at the Dex entries, but sorry about that, I'm back. Computer crashed, cut me off there. I was just saying, I love the new feature that when a Pokemon evolves, you get to see its entry in the Pokedex right away. I always love seeing the entries, but it gets so tedious going back into the Pokedex menu every single time. So just giving it to you right away is great. I love it. Another nice thing for the customization options, you can finally remove the hat. I know some people who didn't like the hibiscus hat on the girl, so as soon as you're able to customize, you can remove it. I personally only removed it because it didn't work well with the hairstyle I chose, but and I'm still looking for another hat because I do want there to be a hat. Anyways, I just got to Akala Island while I was waiting for my computer to load, so I can confirm that scene with Tapu Koko and UB02 does not occur the first time you're on the island, on Melemele Island. So I'm definitely curious to see what triggers those events. Anyways, I should now have the ability to get my Grass Z Crystal. And maybe switch that one on to Dartrix. Don't know for sure yet. I may want to keep Enormium. That's because I do like having that little buff debuff combo. So that's basically all of my impressions so far. I am loving this game. Nothing feels tedious. The tutorial is a bit long, but it's almost all story that's making it long. So who cares? It's not the usual. Okay, here I'll show you how to battle. Here I'll show you how to catch Pokemon. You still get that, but it's not as intrusive as it usually is. Again, that's something that they have to have in there. There are kids who've just started, and there's really no good way to set a skip to it. I am also loving the PokeFinder. I've got some pictures I'm probably going to upload to Miiverse later. I have just checked. Once you're on a call, it is possible to go right back to a Melemele, so no issue there. And they actually have a in-story reason for roadblocks that's better than I'm thirsty. Basically, the in-story reason is you have to be powerful enough to get through there, and that's what these trials are for, to test you. Anyway, so far I'm loving it. I definitely recommend the game at this point anyway. We'll see how I feel once I finish with it. But I'm loving it. Also, if you have the game already, do not forget to download your Munchlax. And according to the Pokemon website, we will be getting our QR code for Magearna first week of December. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time, and have a great time wherever you may be. Bye, guys.